Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. Welcome aboard all you new subscribers, and to my subscribers that's been with me for a while, thank you for your continued support. And you have contributed to many wonderful comments and questions, and so this video is for you. This video is an instructional video that will answer a lot of the questions and comments that I've gotten as far as how to read this, the in-play report, which basically is all the securities that are in play for the following trading day. I do my best to get this report out to you 24 hours in advance, so you can have it the night before the markets open for the next trading session. Those of you who are new subscribers and those of you who have been with me for a while, if you haven't done so, you're going to want to go to the blog and subscribe there. Reason being is because as you listen to the in-play report, okay, so this report again is available on the blog at pulsescan.blogspot.com. It's good where you can have that in hand while you are watching, listening to the video. You can follow along. That's why I post it to the blog. And again, sometimes I only have a chance to post the in-play report on the blog and not do a video because I'm busy trading. So just so you know that, okay? So if you have not already subscribed to the blog at pulsescan.blogspot.com, please go ahead and do so. All right. Not only could we use your support to keep these videos coming, but also it's going to benefit you in the long run because, again, a lot of things I have on the blog, I don't necessarily have a video for it on the YouTube channel. All right. So anyway, without further ado, you guys had some pretty amazing comments and suggestions and amazing questions. So let's just jump right into it and see if we can answer some of your questions. And I can show you that just by having this one report in your possession, this will be all you need for the following trading day, irregardless of what happens in the market after that. And I really mean that. Irregardless of what happens, it's irrelevant because you have the in-play report. This in-play report is so packed with information, both technical and fundamental analysis. Everything that can be known, that is currently known as far as fundamentals regarding a security, have been taken into account in the Vulcan Report of the in-play securities. Again, every piece of fundamental news that you can model in an econometric model is taken into account. Everything that can be known. I have hundreds of algorithms going simultaneously. It would take me days just to explain to you the amount of work that has gone into the research and development and the building aspect of this system. Not only that, but every type of chart pattern and technical analysis that you can think of has also been taken into account as far as the technical readings for the security. Candlestick charts and formations, flags, pennants, head and shoulders patterns, seasonal tendencies, all that stuff. When it comes to the futures, we look at contangos and contract rollovers, and we look at all that stuff. Backwardation, everything. Everything. And I mean everything. Not just your basic supply and demand features, but I also take into account commitment of traders reports. I look at how many longs versus how many shorts are being held in a market. I mean, everything fundamental that you can go on the internet and get, or is available at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange or Chicago Board of Trade or New York Stock Exchange or the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, whatever. Hundreds of reports, all that stuff is taken into account. Earnings season, everything. government reports, initial jobless claims, GDP, all that stuff is taken into account. And I put it to you concisely in this neat little printout. Everything you can think of. Even looking at market sentiment. All of that stuff is right here in the report. So, to quote one of the funniest shows on television back in the early 90s, in Living Color, you ain't got to go nowhere, I got you. You ain't got to go nowhere else. You don't need no other tools, I got you right here. This is by far the best free market analysis tool on the web. Alright, if you compare the in-play report to any other paying service, paid for service, whether it be stock alerts or chat room services or any of that stuff, you compare my free report to any of those paid for services and subscriptions, I guarantee you I'm kicking their behinds. And we're doing it and delivering it to you for no cost. Alright? Only thing we ask in return is that you support the channel by subscribing and commenting and sharing the blog and the YouTube channel with all your family and friends. That's all we ask for in return. Nothing else. Okay? And those of you who are in the in the process or the situation where you would like for me to trade an account for you, you can get at me with that. I will warn you that don't have many slots left. Space fills up really fast when it comes to this. I generally don't discriminate based on account size or anything like that, but I am extremely selective in who I work with, only because I do this for real. I take what I do seriously, and I will not work with clowns of any kind, regardless of how much money you may have or how little money you have. I do not work with clowns. I do not work with people who are not serious. I do not work with people who refuse to pay me. I don't care if my cut of the profits is $5. I would like my $5. And that's why I'm very selective in who I work with. It's just that simple, okay? So this offer will not be on the table for much longer because I limit my capacity so that I won't be pulling all my hair out, so that I can manage things and still do my reports and do a good job. I do take my fiduciary responsibility extremely serious. So I do not have 1,000 clients, nor do I want that. Okay? Another thing too, with this report, you're going to be in a position where you can also help somebody else, because you'll be able to generate an income for yourself, and you'll be able to help take care of your family and friends when the stuff finally hits the fan. Alright? I do this report because I want to help as many people as possible obtain some semblance of financial security and independence. I'm not promising you wealth and that you'll get rich overnight. I'm just saying that in lieu of not having any jobs to look forward to going to, at least you'll be able to trade the markets and support yourself. I mean, it's just really that simple. There's no rocket science to it. Okay? So I just want to put that out there, okay? Another thing that you'll find is that with this report, you really won't have to wade through a lot of news articles and listen to the talking heads on television, because everything, like I said, that can be known and is known has been factored into here. And I make it so stupid simple that all you have to do is know how to read the report, and you'll be armed with the right information to make the appropriate trading decisions. Another thing I've taken into account is that a lot of you are new to the markets. You never traded before. You may have invested in some way, but you've never really traded the markets before. I know some of my listeners are long-only people, where you only buy stocks. You've never sold stocks short. You've never sold anything short. So I take that into account also, and I will show you how you can use the report to benefit you in your style of trading. For the most part, I've taken into account many things. I mean, no system is perfect. No strategy is 100%. Okay, perfect. But I will say this, and I can say it with a straight face, that this report is the closest thing to the Holy Grail that you're going to get. Period. Whether it's a paid-for subscription or free, I'm here to say this is the best that you will find, the best analysis you will find. You can go back and look at any videos that I've done, and you can build your own track record and see where, had you gotten filled, you would have made money. All right? I will also say this. The system is extremely unique. Okay? This is the same system that I used when I was on Wall Street. I use this for my clients. I use this to make them money. All right? This is my own stuff. I didn't steal this from someone. I didn't borrow it from anybody. You won't be able to find this anywhere in any books, tapes, or seminars. This is all me. My research, my programming, my stuff. Okay? In a nutshell, what I'm doing is not unique. The system is unique, but what I'm doing is not unique. And what that means is that all of the successful traders in the world use this type of strategy. And in a nutshell, what it is a trend following system. Okay? It is a trend following system. We trade off of support and resistance and breakouts. It's just that simple. What makes my system unique is that I break mine down into daily time frames, not just weekly and monthly charts, but also daily. So I can actually use it to trade intraday if I wanted to. Okay? Now, even though it classifies as a swing trading system, it's so flexible I can use it intraday. All right? So I've taken all that into account. Also, the system is extremely robust. As you see on the in-play list, there's commodities and commodity futures on the list. There's stocks on the list, ETFs on the list. There's Forex currencies on the list, and spot metals on the list like gold and silver. So it is robust across different markets, time frames, strategies, all of that. Okay? Some entities that are correlated, non-correlated, doesn't matter. We trade the universe of securities, and we're very good at it. So, without further ado, that's a long introduction. Let's get into the nuts and the bolts of how to read the Vulcan Report of the in-play securities. All right. The first thing you'll note is that the format has changed since the first time I brought this report to you. Basically, it consists of several rows and columns. Okay, to the far left here is the security name. Okay, you'll note that the security name is preceded by the symbol, the ticker symbol for that security. So, for instance, here's Citigroup, C, and then Citigroup. C is the tradable ticker symbol for Citigroup. Okay? And here, the first column is your pulse wave resistance. The pulse waves are your primary trading signals. Those are the ones you're looking for. Those have the highest probability of generating you substantial large payoffs once those prices have been triggered. So your pulse wave is your meat, nuts, and bolts of the trading system. That's what you're looking for. Now, a note of the pulse wave is this. You have your pulse wave resistance, and the second one is your pulse wave support. The next reading here in this column is your pulse wave positive momentum pulse wave negative momentum. So we're going to talk about these four columns first. Let's